Welcome to the RAOB program's Sounding Data Options, the Sounding Data tab. All features shown are available to the RAOB basic program. Before calling up the Options panel, we need to load a sounding file. Notice that only the temperature profile is drawn. This is because all options have been turned off to better demonstrate each option. Now right-click the mouse to access the diagram options panels, and then the Sounding Data tab. This tab controls all aspects of how the plotted sounding profile appears on the sounding diagram. First, let's look at the temperature dew point line thickness section. Use the drop-down option to change the thickness to level 2. And now on to the temperature dew point plot section. First, we'll turn on the dots option to better identify data points along the profile. Next, we'll turn on the circled option to enhance each of the data points. But we'll just turn them off for now. Moving on, the dew point line section, we can now plot the moisture profile with either a dashed line or a solid line. Next is the missing dew point plot option, which toggles the use of the M character to indicate missing data. Just below are the color controls for the various diagram profile plots. For now, we'll leave the temperature color with the default red. But we can change the dew point color by clicking on this button. Then select your green color of choice, and now we have green and red profile lines. While the next 4 lines have their color options on this panel, those lines can only be activated from the Analyze toolbar buttons. To show this, we'll first close this panel and then click on the Analyze menu. At the top is the lifted parcel line. Then further below is the Wetbulb profile line. Next is the FrostPoint profile. And last is the virtual temperature profile. And here's a handy feature. Remember that most buttons contain configuration options, and when you right-click the mouse on these buttons, those options are revealed. And in this case, a click takes you right back to the Sounding Data configuration panel. Okay, before continuing, let's clear those extra lines by clicking the menu bar's refresh option like this. We'll now right-click the mouse to recall the options panel so we can demonstrate the winds options. First, we'll look at the wind plot section. We'll check the shafts box to reveal the plotted winds along the right side of the diagram. We can next check the dots box to enhance the wind plot origins. Now that the winds are plotted, 2 new options boxes appear. We'll first look at the wind display section where the shafts and feather option is set by default. By checking the variable shafts option, the wind plot feathers are replaced by variable shafts. At the bottom of the wind plots box is the variable shafts legend, where the example line segment represents a 50-knot wind speed. Now we'll return to the more conventional shaft and feather mode. For the last option, we can change the wind speed units from knots to meters per second, where the wind speed legend in the lower right corner reflects the new units. That completes the Sounding Diagram's Sounding Data tab video. Thank you for watching.